TikTok and YouTube are completely different platforms, and if you're a TikToker or even an Instagrammer and you're moving to YouTube into long videos, long form content, there's so much that kind of gets looked over that a lot of like TikTokers and Instagrammers don't really know about. So I'm gonna talk about the mistakes today because I think there's some big ones that genuinely, if you know this will help the growth of your YouTube channel so much. YouTube can be a beast of a platform. TikTok has truly like one of the best algorithms I've ever seen on social media, and I love it because it like takes whatever words you're saying or whatever like keywords are on the screen and it just spits it out to the right audience. Like it just knows. That's a video for another day. On YouTube, you kind of have to give it like a little push so YouTube knows exactly what audience to kind of reach out to. So we'll get into all of this today. Let's get into the mistakes so we can help you grow your YouTube channel. The first mistake is that people do not know the YouTube culture. Now, some of you might think that is dumb to call it YouTube culture, but I really think that every social media platform has like a different kind of culture and different styles of content that does well and just like does not do well. If you have not spent a good amount of time on YouTube, if you don't know what a thumbnail is, if you don't know like kind of the flow of a long form video, not to say there's like a perfect style of video, sometimes people will post like an Instagram video, a long Instagram live to YouTube. I'm not saying this is like an awful thing to do, but if we're talking about YouTube growth and growing a new audience, that Instagram live you're posting to YouTube is probably not going to receive a whole new audience watching it. Maybe, if it's a really high quality video and it's great, maybe. But if you're just filming this video on your phone, you have like a filter on it and you post that same video to YouTube, it's not going to get a ton of views from a brand new audience on YouTube. One, because you probably start the video being like, hi, I'm waiting for guys to join, blah, 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 blah. You know how an Instagram live is and people are waiting for people to join? Like there's such a different culture across different platforms. And I think it's so important to know how to put together a video, a long form video. And specifically, I wanna mention, I'm gonna talk more about long form video content in this video because that's what makes YouTube unique. We can dive into short videos, the YouTube shorts in another video, but like, I feel like long form is what makes YouTube unique and different. And I think that's really what people struggle with on YouTube more so. So we're gonna get into that. The second mistake is not spending time on titles, okay? So titles are not really a thing on TikTok. So on TikTok and Instagram, there's like little like captions under the videos or photos on Instagram. On YouTube, a title is one of the first things people look at. You have to spend time on the titles. If you have a boring title or it's like a one-word thing, probably not gonna do well unless you have a massive audience. That's when those are like the exceptions to the rule, because there's a lot of people that are like, oh my God, this person put like one word with a period and it got 1 million views. They have a massive audience, most likely. Again, there's always the random exceptions to the rule as well, but generally speaking, if you are a new content creator on YouTube, you might not be new to content creation, but you're new to making these long form videos on YouTube, having those keywords in the title are also huge. I'm gonna talk about keywords later because that is also a mistake, but you have to spend time on the title. It's so important because it's one of the first impressions a new audience member is going to make to your videos, to your channel in general. Is it intriguing or is it boring? The next mistake is not thinking about your thumbnail. Thumbnails are really the picture where people are gonna click on your video or swipe past it and move on to something else that's more intriguing. Okay, titles, thumbnails, so stinking important here. The thing with YouTube is, yeah, sometimes on the homepage, they like play you a little preview, but you're not really hearing what's going on. You're not really diving into this. I mean, it's a 20-minute video. Getting a 3-second snippet is not really giving you a great look into what the video content is going to be. That's why also intros are really big. I could make a whole thing about that in general, but thumbnails are so important. Also, when we think about search, if you're looking for a video to watch and you're searching, let's say you're searching self-care vlog, for example, I don't know, random thing that came up. So you're searching self-care vlog. If you're looking on this page of search results, what makes the thumbnail stick out to you? I think this is a great exercise to use in general too, like search for something or just look at your homepage on YouTube. what thumbnails stick out to you and why. Like, do kind of homework about this too. As a new creator on YouTube, I think this is so important to be like, okay, what actually sticks out to me? Like, why was this title intriguing? Why was this thumbnail intriguing? Like, was it just a screenshot from the video? Which I don't really recommend doing that, but some people like to do it and they do it. But I like having something that is going to stand out. Here's an example of a thumbnail from my other YouTube channel. I'm not gonna say I'm like this expert thumbnail maker at all, but if you're in search results, a lot of people are taking screenshots of their video. I think having some sort of bold background or bold text makes something stand out in your thumbnail to make it intriguing. Also, some intriguing text. Do not do clickbait per se, but like make it intriguing. It is so important and people overlook this all the time. The fourth mistake is not doing keyword research and not knowing any YouTube SEO. This is how I grew my last YouTube channel. I used keyword research and YouTube SEO, especially in terms of search and now getting recommended on the homepage, just getting recommended on the side of videos when people are done watching. It helps so much. YouTube is different because it kind of needs a little push. Like TikTok, it knows what your video is about and it pushes it to the audience. YouTube, it needs a little push, it needs a little help. It needs like some training wheels, especially when you're first getting started and it's learning like what your videos are about and what your YouTube channel is about. It needs a little push to know where to recommend your videos and who to recommend your videos to. So, keyword research, highly recommend using like vidIQ or TubeBuddy. These are both like plugins and it's an extension, and I personally use vidIQ. I've been using it for years, probably since I started my YouTube channel. Like, I am obsessed with vidIQ. It has helped me grow my last YouTube channel. If you are looking for keywords, basically you can search on YouTube once you have the plugin, or you go to vidIQ specifically and it'll tell you if a certain keyword is a highly searched keyword. It'll tell you what the video competition rate is, and it'll tell you if it's a good topic to make a video about. Now, sometimes you don't have to not make a video because this topic is like kind of an middle grade topic to talk about. It just might have a harder competition rate and it's just gonna be harder to reach a new audience. In a perfect world, you'd have this highly searched for topic that has like 0 videos. This is how I grew my last YouTube channel. I was really making videos about sustainable product reviews. There were a lot of new products coming out and people did not talk about them online. So I decided to review them. People were searching for certain products and their reviews. They'd go to my video, which there were no other videos on YouTube about said product, and then it would just skyrocket. Like, when you have a video like that, it's gonna grow exponentially. Obviously, it depends on the topic and like how popular said topic is. Eco-friendly product reviews, very niche, very, very niche, and there is a certain target audience for that as well, which also can help with monetization and brand deals and sponsorships and all of that jazz. But that is a topic for another day. But keyword research helps so much. It helps with your titles. It helps even with like certain keywords on your thumbnails. It helps with writing descriptions. Like, it helps with crafting so much of the video itself. And it also helps you craft your script. If you make a script or just crafting an outline of a video to know, okay, this is actually really highly searched for. Like, people really want to know all about said topic. Dive in, go in depth. Like, your video, if there are not a lot of videos out there and you can see that based off of your keyword research with vidIQ or TubeBuddy, it's probably a really good video to make. So, keyword research, highly, highly recommend. I think this is so overlooked with so many new YouTubers, and you gotta do it. You gotta do it, in my opinion, to be successful on YouTube. The fifth mistake is not writing a description for your videos. You guys, there is a massive description box for each video you post on YouTube. You can put all of your social media links in there. You could link to your products and services. You can link to affiliate links. Like, there are so many things you can use for your description. Obviously, don't be spammy about it. Like, be very intentional and specific with certain links that you're using. Also, in terms of keyword research, which we just talked about, like, use keywords in your description. So I will typically, in my previous YouTube channel, I would write 2 or 3 mini paragraphs about the video, and it would just be packed full of keywords. That is how you work with YouTube SEO. Use those keywords. Not everyone is gonna do this. And I'm gonna tell you right now, all of these big creators with massive audiences, they don't have to do that. They are going to get a certain amount of views because they already have so many followers, so many subscribers. New, smaller creators, you gotta use those keywords. I'm not saying you have to, but I highly recommend it. It really has helped me. And again, it really helps the algorithm and YouTube know like what your videos and your channel is about overall. Something else to note as well, do not be spammy. There are some people, newer creators, which again, I think this is like an old school social media tactic, don't do this, where they just write a ton of like keywords or tags at the bottom of their description. No. Do not do that. That will be considered spam. YouTube hates that. If you are going to use keywords, use the keywords in actual sentences. If the keyword is, I don't know, eco-friendly laundry detergent, don't just put eco-friendly laundry detergent, non-toxic laundry detergent, sustainable laundry detergent. Don't do that. Be like, this is a review of an eco-friendly laundry detergent. This non-toxic laundry detergent is great for a sustainable laundry routine. Put them in actual sentences. Do not just list a ton of keywords. That is no go. Okay, great. Moving on. So the 6th mistake is not knowing about lighting and video angles. I'm gonna be honest, this lighting right now kind of sucks. So let me get a little light to show you the difference. Hold on, where's my little light? Okay, so this is just a tiny light. Yeah, the lighting, not great right now. I'm also gonna show you like different video angles and stuff. Maybe that could be a whole video in itself. This I like using for like TikToks or Reels just to add a little bit more light. It's something I got on Amazon. Don't love using Amazon, but they do have everything. And so it's a really nice little light. But I'm gonna stick it on here so you can kind of see the difference. So this is now a little bit more lit up, a little bit better to see, just because the sun changes throughout the day and it got a little darker in this room. And now we have this light and I feel like now I am nicely lit up. Also, if you are just here in one position the entire video, it can be boring. Have I made videos like this? Yeah. But I think if you make every video like this, sometimes it can be boring. I think it depends on your style as a video creator as well. But if I start like moving around and kind of make it like vlog style, and I'm like, hey guys, this is super important. Now we're moving this way. Oh my goodness, this is like amazing. I mean, I'm just like moving in my little rolly chair, and now I'm like vlogging, right? Now we're walking around and we're vlogging. This is much more intriguing and exciting. If I were to just sit in this one position for 15 minutes, this could be super boring. So it's something to think about. Obviously, like this lighting is still not the most professional lighting out there. Like it's not the most amazing. I also have like soft boxes that I've used in the past that honestly a lot of YouTubers used several years ago, and I don't feel like they use them as often except for like podcast episodes now, but again, we can dive into that in a whole other video. But this is just a little thing. Look at how different this lighting is. You see that? And then you see this. It changed so much, and I think it looks so much better with this light. I think with TikTok, a lot of people know about lighting and angles and stuff, but it's so much more chill than YouTube. And I'm not saying you have to have the most professional video out there. I don't have the most professional video out there in the slightest, because it's a long form video content platform. Like it is nice to look a little bit more polished. Again, you don't have to be this polished creator, but I think just to know like, oh my God, this video isn't super dark and grainy and gross looking. Like, oh, this is a 25-minute video. Let's actually like change up the angles and let's make this more intriguing. Even just me sitting here. If I'm talking like this and I'm saying, oh my God, let's make it more intriguing and let's move around and let's actually do that, Kristen. I'm gonna do it. Okay, moving on. So I'm gonna make some more videos here soon where I'm diving into these topics just more in depth. I think it'll help you out a lot, especially if you are new to YouTube and you're growing. But if you have any specific questions about anything I mentioned, just let me know in the comments and I will try to answer to the best of my ability, or I will answer in a video coming up soon. Make sure to subscribe if you do want to grow your YouTube channel. I will try to share all of my tips here soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned. Bye.